Ahoy!
Ahoy, mateys.
As you can see,
Well,
by me,
yeah, by Elyse.
kind of. I'm dressed kind of like a pirate.
She's very piratey.
Thank you.
I'm,
Chris is like a fisherman.
I'm like a safari fisherman
chill.
pirate. But I got the hoop earrings, which I think is piratey.
Yeah.
And the hat is like pirate-ish. But why are we piratey?
Because today is Gasparilla. What is Gasparilla,
What's Gasparilla?
you ask?
Oh, wait, should we, before we get into Gasparilla, do we want to check in about episode 4?
Okay.
So episode 4, if you haven't checked it out, that was all about science. So we like to recap from the episode before. Do you have any comments on your performance?
No, I've used the word herpulation.
Herpulation.
At least twice this week.
Yeah, and borborygmus we used just today.
Yeah. I feel like smarter, honestly. I just feel really, really, really smart.
We're building this pyramid of knowledge every episode. It's called We Don't Know Anything, but soon enough it's going to be called We Know Everything.
Everything, every single thing.
So, and as you know, I was pumped. I did a photosynthesis recap off the dome in the last episode, and I was so nervous that I was wrong, but I was pretty close.
You're really close, yeah.
The only thing I got wrong, I said plants use nitrogen and the sunlight to create glucose as a source of food. Wrong. They use water, carbon dioxide, and energy from the sunlight. And then the byproduct, of course, is oxygen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because remember, like, plants help consume carbon dioxide and give us oxygen.
We breathe them in, they breathe us in. It's a beautiful
thing.
Dance.
Shout out plants. Anyways, all right. So rewind back into what we were talking about. Gasparilla. Let's go.
So Gasparilla is a Tampa, Florida national holiday.
It's literally
city
it's
holiday.
A citywide holiday specific to Tampa. We knew nothing about it moving here. Continue, Elyse.
It's so funny when we moved here. I was like, oh, are we closed on any of the days at my job? And my boss at the time was like, yeah, Christmas and Gasparilla. And I was like, what's Gasparilla?
What?
And like everyone like paused and just like mouths opened and dropped to the floor. And it's a pirate holiday.
It's a pirate holiday.
So we have some facts about Gaspy. It started in 1904. It was a way to get income from visitors who would come to town. And really, they started it as a way to get people to come to May Day, the May Day festival, which ended like the next year. But they used kind of a little pirate invasion to get people to come to the actual event.
It's a way to stimulate tourism.
Yes. And then the first seaborne invasion was in 1911. And Gasparilla, the invasion kind of was just an add-on to other events. But then in 1913, it became a standalone event and has run pretty much every year other than the World Wars.
And did you say, what is the invasion to the listeners?
Oh, no. So it might be on your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You wrote it on
your
mine.
thing. Wait. We're not there yet.
Well, no. What's the Gasparilla invasion?
So it started with a horseback invasion staged by the Tampa Bay Hotel. And it's basically this fictional pirate named Jose Gaspar. Who comes in. Here, fictional story about Jose Gaspar.
Oh, you have it here. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Where did you put where? Fictional story. Oh, you put it on mine. Yeah, I didn't know that. So it's based around a pirate that didn't exist. They made it up to make this like fun, friendly invasion. So so Jose Gaspar, he storms the city.
Yep.
And
on the Jose Gasparilla 2, which is his boat.
It's the boat, and it is actually, we found out, it's not an actual pirate ship. It's a steel barge that they like built around it into a pirate ship.
And it actually gets pushed by a little tugboat also.
It's not even functioning?
It's not functional. So when you watch it, there's always a little boat like pushing it around, which I think is really cute.
It's really sick though. They park it in the I guess on the Hillsborough, like right as the Hillsborough meets the bay. Yeah. And it's this massive pirate ship that we see all the time. And this is the only day that they actually like move it, right?
Well, they moved it a few days ago.
Oh, right. But
because they bring it down to the end of Bayshore is the like hot boy, hot girl walk area where you like walk on Bayshore and you see celebrity sightings of people you know. Rollerblade. Or bike. And it's along the bay. And on the other side, there's just like huge mansions that are like super old, really beautiful. Bayshore like always floods during hurricanes.
It's
Side
right
note,
on the water.
asterisks.
There's sharks. So don't
lots
swim.
of sharks in the bay. Don't swim there. But they push the boat out into more of the bay and then they push it back in for, I don't know if it's the kids parade also, but they have a kids parade the weekend before, then Gasparilla, they do it again. And yeah, basically they go up Bayshore, they throw beads at people, and then they stop at the convention center. They have brunch, a little pirate brunch, because obviously
brunch,
they need to eat to fuel.
They're hungry.
Then Gaspar steals the key of the city from the mayor, who the first year he kind of like shook her up a bit. The second year she just like laughed and handed it to him. So I don't know how it happened this year, but
year one was violent.
It was just like more play. It was more of a play thing, which was fun. The second year she's like, haha, here you go. And it's like fighting a little. Yeah.
It's like, dude, get into character.
I know.
If I was the mayor, I would live for this day. I'd like put up a fight and like I would demand like to hire like fight choreographers to like do the whole thing.
True.
Like the city's budget is going to just today.
Yeah.
If I'm the mayor.
If you're the mayor, so don't get him involved.
I am absolutely mismanaging funds just for today.
Yeah. But so this whole event is put on by Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla.
Oh, that's like it's like an organization.
It's a local club modeled after the Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it's like Pirate Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Okay.
New Orleans. What do you say? Comment below. And so they kind of, what it seems like is they created this story about Gaspar, so it seems like he's real, but I'm 95% sure he's not actually real. But they say on their site, on their website, he was the last of the Buccaneers. He terrorized coastal waters of Western Florida during the 18th and 19th century.
So is he real? Wait, we don't...
He was an aristocrat by birth and an officer in the Spanish Navy. And they say that he buried treasure off of the Florida coast.
Wait, okay, so he's not real.
I think they're just making it up to create this.
Yeah,
but
set the scene. I respect that.
So the crew, like, it's actual people, and like it's kind of like royalty in Tampa, where like you can't be a part of it unless like your parents were a part of it, and then it gets passed down generationally.
Really?
Yeah. So like when people are
it's like exclusive.
Yeah, like I know someone in the crew. It's like you know someone in the actual crew,
and it's spelled Krewe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big on that down here.
Yeah, and then there's like over 100 other boats that like follow along with so there's like other crews, but like the main crew is Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla.
And I assume they have a float on the
Then
parade.
there's floats, yeah. Then there's like
there's a massive parade.
Yeah, parade on foot after the water.
And it's sick. It's really fun. Our friends have a spot that's like overlooking the whole parade. Not the whole parade, but like a big section of it. Mm-hmm. And we've been to their place twice for it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so fun. But this time, guess what? Today, on this day of shooting, it is Gasparilla today. And we're here because of you.
Yeah. We skipped out just for you. No, we wanted to kind of just like chill out today. It's been since really the beginning. So Gasparilla always falls on the last Saturday of every January. And it's just been like a very busy January. And like being in crowds, you always get stuck downtown because once you're there, like everyone's trashed. I always forget what they're called. Do you remember? Kids these days grab gallons of water and they pour half of it out. and fill it with half vodka. So it's half water, half vodka. And then they put in like drops of flavor of something or electrolytes.
Yeah, it's like fruit punch mix. So it's like they have these massive jugs of, it's like jungle juice. But yeah, what do they call it?
I don't remember.
There's so many. And it's like labelless jugs of just like red drink. And you could just see like young like college kids just getting blasted.
Like right now.
I would be doing the same thing. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh, of course. But right now there's just like a bunch of people like sleeping on the streets of Tampa or like throwing up or just like getting in fight. It's just like really an aggressive day.
There's probably lots of vomit out there.
Lots of vomit on the streets of Tampa. They clean it up really fast though.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. I feel like I said, like all the budget, Tampa's budget goes into today and tomorrow.
Speaking of, so over 300,000 people come to Tampa for this.
Like in total or from out of state? Or that's just like total?
Probably that's what they expect to be at the events. And they raise over $40 million every year.
It's kind of amazing. Yeah, that it's like such like a economy stimulating event.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I think I'm glad we're taking a break, but I want to do it again next year.
It's the largest parade in the United States.
What about Mardi Gras?
And the Macy's Day.
What about the Macy's Day?
I don't think they get as many people.
Huh.
Fact check me.
Gatsby,
I'm not 100%,
baby.
but I did read that.
We got to have some Colorado friends come out. We've
That'd
been talking to some homies. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Do it up big.
It'd be great. It's so fun to live in a city though that has something special like this, like a pirate day. It's so fun.
And again, I stress, we had no idea. So when we came up in here and people were mentioning, we're like, what are you talking about? It's so funny that it was just like coincidental.
And everybody dresses up as pirates too. We didn't mention that. Like everybody's dressed as a pirate.
I've been meaning to get like good pirate gear, but every year it's always like a hodgepodge. And I look like kind of a pirate like this. Like this.
You look like a business pirate.
Yeah, I look like a business pirate most of the time. But she's always looking just like absolutely like an adorable little scallywag.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Gasparilla. Next. So because we're on the Gaspy tip, we obviously want to dive into some pirate discussion. Of course.
So of course you first think of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Here's a fun thing to think about. I always say I'm going to the Caribbean, but it's Pirates of the, or no, I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm going to the Caribbean, but it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's like a contextual thing. You never say, well, some people probably do, but you never really say you visited the Caribbean. You say the Caribbean. Interesting.
It's interesting.
Pirates of the Caribbean. And the Pirates of the Caribbean, ugh.
Yeah.
Sounds horrible.
You couldn't. But when was the first time you saw it? What did you think?
I saw it in theaters. I saw it in theaters. I still remember with my cousins, the Daydones, and my brother and sister, and we were up at the lake house in Cazenovia in upstate New York. It was amazing. Oh my gosh, they did such a good job with it. And the first one's the best. We literally just watched it. We had it playing while we were like preparing this episode, and it just slaps.
Yeah.
Great production. You're obsessed with it.
So it's funny. I first saw it at the drive-ins with Lauren Brignola. Shout out.
Shout out Lauren Briggy.
I think we went with her family. And I just remember it's a dark movie. Like,
yeah, it can be scary.
No, not even like it's actually like dark. Like
visually dark.
Visually dark. That's the word. And it's a drive-in. So it's already like terrible quality because they're just like shooting it from so far in like the early 2000s on this big screen.
Interesting.
At night.
They were having trouble with like the lighting and
I mean, I didn't like the movie at all when I first saw it because I was like, this is boring. It's like very like timepiece centered, like just it felt boring.
Really? Yeah. It just like wasn't a good production.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then fast forward, I saw it again. My grandma bought the DVD, so I watched it, and she always put her like address stickers
cute
on her DVDs to make sure we didn't steal them, which is like
it's a great
hilarious.
Move, Grant. That's a great. Well, that was Bev.
Yeah,
cute.
Beverly, shout out Beverly.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Bev.
And
we love you.
So I borrowed it and I like loved it. Loved Keira Knightley. Loved Orlando Bloom.
Keira
Obviously,
Knightley.
he's a fox.
Orlando's a fox. Johnny Depp's a fox. Keira Knightley's
Johnny
a
Depp's
fox.
so fun. Loved it. And so then I started watching it every single night to fall asleep when I was in high school. Like
in
every
college,
night.
I thought. Or no.
Or no, maybe it was college.
Or both?
Not in college though. Oh no, it was summers when I came home from college. That's what it was. Yeah. So I know like the first like maybe 20, 30 minutes, like almost word for word.
Because that's what you saw most, because then you'd fall
and then
asleep.
I fall asleep.
That's funny.
So that's all I got for that. But yeah, I love it. And honestly, I've watched like the newer ones more recently, and I think that they're all really good. They did a really good job of carrying it out.
They kept it going. Yeah, I think that it's been so long, but I remember really liking the second and third. And with the fourth one with Selma Hayek, I think I've seen
it's
it.
good.
With Javier Bardem.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the characters are sick. Obviously, the budget's like astronomical. So they're just fun. They're fun movies.
Yeah. And then we get the real captain, or the real, story of pirates, Captain Phillips.
Again, it's been so long, but I remember thinking, yeah, that one's amazing. And that was right when, like, this is going to sound bad, but it felt like right when, like, Somalian pirates were really, really, like, hot. They're really in.
No, that's literally a thing.
There was, like, obviously it still exists, piracy, and it's been going for years. But, like, I feel like there was a time in the early 2010s where, like, Somalian pirates were, like, in.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Somalian pirates.
Actually not, because you're criminals, but then that movie came out and Tom Hanks just rocked the Casbah. And that random dude, the lead pirate, he
won a lot of awards.
He won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
And he was like, had no roles before that. He's Somalian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Killed it. Wasn't it like a thing? He wasn't even an actor or something? Or something like that.
I didn't look him up.
I don't know.
I had to remind myself what it's even about.
Did you look it up?
So Captain Phillips himself in real life, and I'm assuming in the movie, he was held 5 days hostage, 1 with the whole crew in the actual ship, and then 4 in a lifeboat in the scorching sun with a gun pointed to his head for 4 days.
Was he in the lifeboat in the movie? He must have been.
He must have been. And he had like water and food to keep him alive, but basically they had a ship that was bringing aid to Africa.
It was it like a British ship or like an American ship?
I think it was American, but they were bringing aid to somewhere else, and then they hopped on and
That's crazy.
And I saw that like pirates nowadays, why they're pirates, like what are they looking for? It's to kidnap with a ransom. It's for supplies. It's for parts, like boat parts, money, obviously.
Interesting. It's interesting about pirates because much like mafia, like mob movies, I feel like pirates in Hollywood are glamorized. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like in reality, they're just like horrible, horrible criminals, which is kind of interesting,
And I feel like nowadays they are scary criminals. Obviously, they have like these massive guns and
they got
bombs,
machine guns,
probably
and bombs, etc.
But back then, like they just had cannonballs.
Literally cannonballs and literally musket balls with 0 accuracy.
I feel like it's like silly to be like load it up, like let's go, and it takes them like 10 minutes.
You got a long wick. Yeah,
the long wick has to burn.
Yeah, the ball's coming, baby.
You're in the ocean, so you like things are moving. It's not like you're just like still. You're not hitting a building. You're hitting a moving boat.
Right. I mean, still intense. A massive, heavy ball coming at you, but it's just not. It's not quite the same as like a missile.
Yeah.
Or like an RPG.
So I feel like it's a little glamour.
It's a little more glamorous to look at past pirates.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Moving on to our next pirate-based banter, Pirate Punch.
Pirate Punch. We're drinking it currently. It is 2 different kinds of rum, dark and light.
Well, like dark
Clear?
spiced.
Dark spiced.
And like white, I guess you call it, yeah.
White. And then we have apple juice, we have pineapple juice, and we have cranberry juice.
And that's it, right? Yeah.
It's tasty. Ice.
It's really good in ice.
We'll put it on our social media. So if you follow us, you can find it there. If not, give us a follow.
It's pretty much just like, it's kind of like a jungle juice. Just like lots of alcohol plus juice equals tasty, right?
Yep.
It's a very for me. It's a very sometimes drink because it's like super sweet, but
super sugary. Yeah, we'll probably both have headaches tomorrow.
I can already feel it coming on.
Yeah,
but yes, compliments to the chef. It's absolutely delightful.
Thank you.
Also on that note, this is real rum, and it's been eyeballing me the whole show.
Why don't you take a sip?
This is spiced rum in this decanter. I'm gonna have a sip. This one goes out to all of our loyal viewers and listeners. Thank you guys. Cheers. All right. So what's next?
So after he takes his swig, we're gonna talk nautical mythology. How is it?
It's not bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't just like slam spiced rum all the time, but it's not bad. It's Captain Morgan, which I know is like kind of lower shelf, but like I don't know.
It's the man himself.
It's the captain. A and B. It's good in punches and other mixed drinks. So shout out Cappy.
Shout out Cappin.
So yeah, shout out Cappin. I was tasked with diving a little bit into nautical mythology. So of course I'm gonna bring up the Kraken.
Tell me about it.
If you don't know what the Kraken is arguably the most famous mythological water beast out there, and it's pretty.
What about what's his name?
Who? Oh, Nessie. Loch Ness. Oh, Kraken's up there with Nessie.
I'd say Nessie's top tier though.
Nessie's massive.
Kraken.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Kraken's one of them though. Kraken, for those of you who don't know, just like a massive octopus that legend has it that it would take down pirate ships in the deep sea. To date, we don't quite know. Like, obviously, it's mythological, but I argue that like we don't know. You know what I mean?
They say that we know more about space than we do about our own oceans.
Yeah, it's like what's going on deep down there. So if there's actually a huge, like massive octopus out there that's taking down ships, I don't even know if I'd be surprised at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But here, let me just hit you with some facts. So there are actually giant squids that have been known to be up to 40 to 50 feet, and they usually dwell in the deep sea, but they have been known to surface. So historians think that, if there were sightings of these squids, and then you pair that with like strange disappearances of pirate ships, obviously you can't, people aren't getting videos. They can't text their homie being like, yo, we're going down because of a storm. So people are just speculating. So imagine you saw a squid on your last voyage and then your homie's ship disappears. You're going to be like, oh, it was a Kraken, bro. It was obviously a Kraken. It was a huge. So, it just fuels into this crazy, like these legends about these massive creatures. And that's kind of how the Kraken came to be. And now it's in like movies. Oh, last thing. It was made especially popular in 1930 when Alfred Tennyson, he was like a famous like poet, he published a sonnet called The Kraken. So like people were reading that, it's still the sea is unknown back then. It still is.
Still is.
Yeah. So the Kraken just
less than space.
Yeah, the Kraken. Yeah, less than space. So the Kraken was like absolutely popping. It's been hundreds of years, and that dude, he ain't going nowhere. So that's my little spiel about the Kraken. And then the other thing I wanted to look up really quick was the Bermuda Triangle, because I think it's very interesting, and I want there to be more movies about Bermuda Triangle.
That's true. There aren't many.
No.
Like at all. That would be a perfect
there's not
fantasy movie where you get lost in the Bermuda Triangle and you end up in like Narnia, like a vibe of Narnia.
That would be cool.
Like an undersea.
There's got to be some Bermuda stuff, no? Bermuda Triangle stuff. I feel like Lost is like kind of Bermuda Triangle vibes.
I've never seen Lost.
Does that take place in that area? I don't know. But pretty much, if you guys don't know, Bermuda Triangle is the region between Bermuda, like the south tip of Florida, and Puerto Rico. It's a triangle where, like, strangely, historically, like, a lot of ships and planes have disappeared. So people, there's been same type of thing. There's been, like, legends about, like, no one knows what's happening. Are there, like, Is it some type of sorcery? Is it some type of, alternate dimension, etc.? Well, there's still a lot of mystery around it, but there's a lot of like scientific explanations. Like, for instance, there's a really strong Gulf Stream going through there that apparently can really affect the current, and it can also amplify waves and like winds in that area.
What is a Gulf Stream for those that don't know?
Is it like the stream that goes north from the Gulf down southward? I don't even know.
So it's like a stream in the ocean.
Yes.
It's like a current, like a river in the ocean.
I think it's... does it even... hold on. I have notes. Hold on.
If you want to keep going, I'll look up Gulf Stream.
Yeah. Here we go. No, here. Boom. It's a powerful ocean current that flows through the Bermuda Triangle area. The Gulf Stream is known to cause rapid changes in weather conditions and sea temperatures, creating unpredictable environments that could contribute to the sudden disappearances. All of a sudden, I think that the whole thing is that it's like unpredictable. So it's like a ship could be going in there and the weather's fine, then all of a sudden it changes. Especially back in the day with like poor navigation technology. Yeah. It was like, no one knew what the hell was going on. It could have been a Kraken. Maybe the Kraken just chills in the triangle. And
he starts.
He blasts. He makes a thing.
Yeah, whirlpool.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that.
The whirlpool.
The other thing I didn't mention about the Kraken. The Kraken was especially feared because it could take down a ship with its tentacles, or it was known to, quote unquote, allegedly create whirlpools that would make ships sink. So maybe the Kraken
is the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah.
Are we breaking ground?
We might be.
Anyways, something to think about, y'all. And that's my nautical myths that I wanted to present to you. What else do we got here?
We got mermaids.
Mermaids.
A segment that I'm very passionate about. I have believed in mermaids since like 2010.
Big mermaid girl
2010. It started when I was showed this documentary.
There you go.
Documentary.
I told you say it. Watch was it the last episode?
Yeah.
I freaking knew it. She says documentary.
Whatever. I watched this, but it was like deep cut, like China, like banned in America. You couldn't find it unless you were on this sketchy website.
Where'd you who showed it to you? Oh yeah,
my cousin and her then boyfriend, now husband.
Yes,
Shout
yes,
out.
yes.
So it's all about proof that people have found that mermaids exist. And I know what you're thinking, Elyse, you're crazy. No, I'm not. Let me tell you why.
You're a crazy pirate.
Let me hit you why. Because, so it starts. Let me set the scenes. You've probably seen it, honestly, because okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, please, go.
So basically, when apes stood upright, turned into humans, evolution. They started walking on 2 feet into the land. What if some of them walked into the water? Tell me that evolution. No, tell me that evolution couldn't happen the other way. Or if you're in the water enough, you end up growing gills. You end up being able to acclimate and live in the water. I mean, literally, we're talking chimps here turned into us. Why can't chimps also turn aquatic? Aquatic chimps, literally. I think that's what they called them.
I don't know much about evolution, but like based off of like how it occurs, to my knowledge, it's not a far off theory. Give me a break. It's not a far off theory.
I've got more. So
continue.
People were walking the beach one day and they see this washed up thing that kind of looks like a body. They don't know what it is. All of a sudden, this not even government group, like a group comes in, sets up a tent, covers the body, takes it out, and they're like, that's weird. And there have been sightings like this around the world, okay? All on beaches. They're like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So scientists start to think maybe this could be like a species that they're trying to hide.
Wait, but backtrack. Who's saying this happened? Like
the people
in this
that
documentary,
saw.
There's people
they interviewed people.
Like eyewitnesses. Mm-hmm. So wait, they'd see it and then there'd be some type of like government official being like, yo, nothing to see here.
Yeah. So then scientists have found like arrowheads and different bone carved
like weapons or whatever?
Weapons, thank you. In like sediment at the bottom of the oceans, where it's like, how did it get there?
Be no way, yeah.
Like fish bones, like carved out of fish bones. I guess technically
like
it could float from like tribes on islands or something. But so then they find this. Then they've found pieces and fragments of skulls with big eye sockets so they can see in the depths of the oceans and the darkness of the oceans. And so now they're like, that's weird. And like long, like phalanges, where it's almost like they've made them into like webbed
like be longer for bigger like fins. I hope we don't get like, if we disappear after this episode, guys.
I was right. Then they also put microphones down when whales are, when they've birthed, and then they swim in pods to like keep the baby safe.
Sure.
And they hear the whales like singing to each other, which is so beautiful. And then they hear this other sound, and it's like a communication sound that's like way more advanced than like, it's closer to dolphins, and dolphins are really smart, but like even more advanced than that. And so they think that the mermaids were traveling with the whales to like keep them safe. And that's the sound that they were hearing, is like the sound of the mermaids talking to each other. Aquatic chimps.
Man, and you can't find this
well, no. So now anywhere. You might have seen this kind of, because then you can't find the one I found or that I saw. Animal Planet, I think, is the channel, comes out with a slightly changed documentary of the same thing, but changed. They changed a bunch and made it seem so cheesy and fake. And I think it's because it's real. And like, they were like, well, it's out there, so we need to like put something out, but we'll make fun of it.
To like cover up for it?
Yeah, to make it seem like it's just like a joke documentary.
So you're saying the following one, the Animal Planet one, it was like verbatim the same thing, save for like certain things, certain replaced.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they made it seem like a joke, but it was a lot of the same things.
Wow.
Come at me.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, isn't that weird?
That is weird.
So they're real. I'm really passionate about it.
Yeah, if you want to talk mermaids.
So our first date was a blind date, and we went hiking, and I literally brought up mermaids like to him.
I was into it. I was like, I said, go on. Yeah. Because I didn't know much about it.
So maybe when I retire or just become crazy at like 50, that's what I'll do.
You'll just be like an insane like mermaid woman.
I'll go looking for them.
I'm like, babe, give it up.
Yeah.
This is reality. This is me. You'll start to like neglect me. It's like it's like a movie.
I'll start learning the language.
Yeah. You forget how to talk English and you're like,
it's more like dolphin. It's not really like a different language.
Do it.
That. No. That wasn't good. Okay.
Good. Sorry.
Facts. So let's talk mermaids. I'd love to talk more about it if you're interested.
I thought you were saying you wanted to talk more. You mean like moving like
if you
outside of the episode? Yeah.
Listener wants to talk to me about mermaids. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on, she could go on all day about mermaids.
I literally
could. We have to cap this thing off. So we got to go to topic number 4 or whatever.
5. Topic number 5.
Sounds like Sprouty's barking. Can you guys hear that?
So we have facts. Do you want to do yours first?
Oh, okay. We both have a fact. Yes, I'm very excited about this fact. Sorry, I'm being distracted. Our neighbors are yelling. I'm just going to tell you what's going on.
Gasparilla, baby. You never know what's going to happen.
Neighbors are yelling, dogs barking. I don't know if you guys can hear that with these mics. But anyways, okay. This has intrigued me for a while. You know how like there's like this yarg, the scurvy talk. This is how the pirates talk like that. I'm like, where did it come from? Do they have like Irish origins? Because it's kind of got that Irish vibe. Where did it originate? So my fact, I looked into it. The origin of pirates speak, allegedly, it originated from actor Robert Newton, who portrayed Long John Silver in the 1950 Disney movie Treasure Island. So apparently he's from England, and he's from a region called West Country, and like the like West Country farmland of that area, that's type of that pirate accent like this. I'm doing it horribly. Like scurvy. That's like how they talk. And apparently he thought that was like a suitable dialect for his role as Long John Silver, and it just stuck. And that became the like standard for how pirates talk. Like,
wow.
Like Barbossa in Pirates of the Caribbean. So much so that it's like, wait, there's like National Speak Like a Pirate Day or something. It's like, what?
It's a day different than Gasparilla.
Literally, wait.
It should be aligned. That would make sense.
Hold on. Yeah, Newton was a British actor. Robert Newton was a British actor from Cornwall, which is a region in
I want to go to Cornwall.
Cornwall, which is a region in the West Country of England. So yeah, that's where they kind of have that exaggerated accent.
You can like see the Northern Lights from Cornwall. You can see like all of the universe and like.
So maybe Cornwall's the shit.
That's where I want to go next time we go to the UK.
And West Country has distinct accent that emphasizes the R sound, which is also it's characteristic of Irish. That's why I always thought, because they're R's, they're not like light R's like the regular British. They're R's. It's really hard like that.
What is a pirate's favorite type of movie?
R.
When it's rated R.
Nice, very good.
That's not the joke. I like butchered the first half,
like
but it's something like that.
So this is so much so a thing that the accent has become indelibly associated with piracy and is used in the International Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is like, what? That's
Fun.
A day?
I'm down.
Anyways.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so that's my fact. Love it. I'm glad to know it. How about you, babe?
My fact. So I have a few facts about actual pirates that were back in the day. Okay. So we had Blackbeard. He obviously is like the main pirate I feel like most of us think about when we think about
Blackbeard's in
pirates.
In one of the Disney ones.
I think so.
Is he in like the third one? Whatever. Continue.
He was only active from 1716 to 1718. So literally 2 years.
And he died?
Yeah. Which is
was
crazy.
He just like so bad? Like, why do we know about him?
So his name was Edward Teach. Eddie Teach. He was
shout out Ed Teach.
He would be off of the American colonies, and eventually in 1718 he was captured by the Royal Navy and killed.
Wow.
But he did all the like classic things. He like pillaged and stole shit and fought people, whatever. But his main thing, he had obviously a big black beard, and he would have slow burning fuses in the beard to scare people to think he was crazy.
Oh, so his beard was like on fire?
Like I don't think it would ever like be on fire, but it like could be, and that was what made him so crazy.
Like he'd tie fuses to his beard, so it's like it's kind of burning up toward his beard. That I think someone was crazy.
It's badass.
Imagine seeing someone on the street and they're like, "Yarg, give me your gold, give me your watch,"
You're
and
really
they have that. I'd be like,
Yarg.
"Take it." What?
You're really leaning into Yarg this episode.
What does Yarg mean? Is it just like
an
exclamatory thing?
But I have others.
All right, continue.
Then we had Anne Bonny, who was Irish, and she like
Yarg.
stuck out because obviously she was a woman doing a man's job. We can't even be criminals at this point. But the fun
women aren't allowed to be criminals back then.
And she actually ended up captured, but then fleed. Like they don't know where she is, so she could still be 1700s. Like she could still be around.
She could still be alive, which is insane.
No one found her, but she traveled with her love, Calico Jack Rackham. And they called him Calico because he dressed in like all crazy colors, like very like flamboyant colors and stuff.
I wonder if Jack Sparrow's based off him. Continue. I keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
It didn't say that though. I feel like it would say that if that was true.
Because he's like very flowy.
Yeah. No. But the main fact here is that the skull and crossbones that we all know on the Jolly Roger flag, the like pirate flag, started from him. Calico Jack Rackham.
He's like, I want to make a flag that's like just exudes me, like exact Calico Jack.
He's like, add a lot of color, and she's like, no, babe, that's way too in your face. You need,
yeah. He's like, you're right. I like color, but sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was a reenactment.
Yeah. You're Annie Bonnie.
Anne Bonnie. Yeah.
And I'm Calico Jack.
Yeah. So that's where the skull and crossbones came from.
It's amazing.
And then a lot of pirate ships would have that flag to kind of warn people that they were going to attack, like, here we come.
Right.
That's why it carried on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Calico Jack, you dog.
Okay, so we have a segment called Pirate Slang. So I'm going to give Slex a term or a word or a phrase, and he has to use it correctly in a sentence, or he has to take a shot of rum.
Oh, we didn't talk terms.
I know.
We didn't talk terms.
Yarg.
Yeah.
Okay, so first one, sink me.
Sorry, I was checking whatever. I have to use it in a sentence.
Sink me. No.
I have to just say what it,
How do you do it
means.
in a pirate accent?
Sink me. I have to like get revved into it. Yeah, sink me. No.
That was good.
No.
Yeah, so use it in a sentence.
I think I know what it means. Oh, sink me, I just dropped, yarg, sink me, I just dropped another bullet into the river.
So what do you think it means?
Oh, dang,
So it's an exclamation of great surprise. So you're not totally wrong.
I
think you would just say like,
sink
me.
Oh, literally, it's just like saying like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was like directed at yourself, like you made a mistake and you're like, oh, sink, like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah, like throw me in the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was halfway there.
Ready?
Do I take a shot or no?
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Don't mind if I do.
Honestly, he's acting kind of like, we didn't talk about this. He loves taking shots. This is like, he's pumped about it.
And I don't take many shots these days, I feel. So when I get a chance, it's like, yeah, like, of course I'm going to take a shot. You want to do one on the pirate episode?
I really never take shots.
Sink
of
me,
rum,
take a
though?
shot. Wait, why can't I do the... Yar, gotta you sink me and you take a shot with me,
just take the shot.
Okay.
Maybe I'll take one on the end, the last one. Okay. Next we have run a shot across the bow. That wasn't that bad.
Run a shot across the bow. You best start believing in ghost stories, Missy. You're in one. Run a shot across the bow. Oh, like you're telling your like colleagues or comrades to shoot a cannon at the other ship.
Not bad. Not totally though. Command to fire a warning shot.
Oh, you're not actually hitting it. It's like over the bow. Interesting. So I was close. Mm-hmm. So half a shot.
But no cigar.
Close, but no cigar. Why can't we do a pirate accent just right now?
Yarg.
Yarg. It's more of an Irish. It's like this.
Run a shout across the bow.
Very good. Okay.
Mm. Take a shot.
You're like Anne Mooney. What?
Anne Bonny.
Anne Bonny.
God. Of course I'll remember the man's name. Am I right, ladies? Okay, so next we have scallywag. You've already used it in this episode.
So what does it mean?
Yeah, because I know that you could use scallywag in a sentence. So what does it mean?
Man, I've been saying scallywag all day. But I think scallywag is the same thing as like a scoundrel. Like, oh, you're just a scallywag. You're like a rugged, rough, like kind of criminal, like thug or whatever.
So it's an inexperienced pirate.
Oh.
And obviously it's an insult.
Oh, it's way off. I always thought you're kind of like, what's the word? A delinquent. But no, you're a novice.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, I'm going to be trashed by the end of this. Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anytime you want to use some slang, sorry that it's after Gasparilla, this is coming out. You can save this for next year. Sink me. So when somebody like tells you like take a shot, you could be like, sink me. And then
Which you'll probably never ever say.
You could say run a shot across the bow when you're about to shoot off a cannon.
When you're shooting a cannon, it's a warning shot though.
Mm-hmm. And then scallywag.
I love
An insult to the innocent.
I feel like scallywag. I feel like scallywag could be good if you're like a gamer. If you're like you're beating someone's ass at Fortnite and you're like, you're just a scallywag.
There you go.
There you go, gamers. All right.
How well do you know your partner?
Or as we like to say,
HWDYKYP. Okay.
Anyways,
so we're
love
going
this segment.
we're going to write down, we're going to ask each other questions pretty much. Mm-hmm. And we have to write down the answer of what we think. And then hopefully we've gotten 2 right ever. I think 2.
Gotten 2 right ever.
This is the 5th episode. So
it's like the couples game the dating game, the thing from like the 70s, whatever.
Yeah. So the first one, Elyse's my favorite vacation by the water that we've had.
And to clarify, because we're talking pirates, water, beach, this is where the question's coming from.
Obviously, I'm not a pirate, so we have to broaden it a little bit.
Yeah, we're having trouble thinking of pirate questions, so we're broadening it a little bit.
Yeah.
So your favorite ever
vacation.
Beach vacation.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay, I think I know it actually.
Are you ready?
Ready?
3, 2, 1,
go. Yeah.
Close. Yeah.
I was literally gonna write Ko Yao Yai under it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Because Chris proposed to me there. Slex. Sorry.
Slexy. And our good friend Ian was there, and it was magical.
Yeah, I really didn't see it coming. Usually people a lot of times girls are like, when is he going to propose and pick out their rings and stuff. No shade on that. That's awesome. But we had barely talked rings. We didn't really talk about, we barely talked about.
here and there.
We knew we wanted to get married, but we didn't really talk about it. And he just shocked me on the last day of this incredible Thailand trip.
So I knew, this is a real quick anecdote. I knew eventually I wanted to propose to Elyse within, at this time, I knew it was going to be soon-ish, but I just didn't know when. And I remember Thailand was coming up, and it just hit me. It's dude,
hit you where?
Hit my heart. What?
Well, no, at the Eagles game, right?
Oh, I think hit my heart. Yeah, it was at the Eagles game with my
parents.
Well, I know my dad was there. Was it?
Yeah, your mom was too.
Was it whatever? I told my dad about it. Oh yeah, and my mom. Yeah. But the first person I told was my dad. It hit me. I was like, if I want to propose to Elyse in the near future, and the Thailand trip is coming up, I have to do it there. So yeah.
So you rushed. You had a week and a half to get a ring.
Yeah, less than a month. Truly, in the classic Slex fashion, I'm such a procrastinator. Mm-hmm. I rushed to get it done. But yeah, it all worked out, and I proposed to Elyse at Ko Yao Yai, which is an absolutely incredible island.
Underrated, too. I don't know anybody that's been there.
Yeah, we had never heard of it, and we just decided to go there because it worked with our route, and it looked cool, and it's just paradise.
Yeah, incredible.
And it was the next day we were flying out, and it was the last day, and I proposed to her. It was awesome.
I had braids in my hair because whenever I go on vacation, I like to pay for somebody to put braids in my hair. And he kept it was the hottest day I've ever lived in.
It was so hot. It was literally in the hundreds.
Yeah.
It was so hot.
And he kept being like, let's get pictures taken.
Let's go on a walk.
Or let's go on a walk.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really don't want to. It's so hot. And he's like, let's go on a walk. And I'm like, fine. So
I made a promise. I was like, we have to go on a walk today. I just want to enjoy the beach. I kept saying,
yeah.
Go on.
And I was like, well, okay, at least I can get pictures in my braids before I take them out, because if you've ever had your hair braided by a professional, it's ripping your hair out the whole time. It's gives you headaches. It's hard to sleep in, but you look awesome. So I was like, I have this new tattoo. I have my braids. Let's go. Yeah. Did I have my tattoo? Yeah.
I think you did. Yeah, I love you.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I must have. And so we walked, and then Chris was saying, sorry, I'm really bad this episode.
That's fine.
Slex was saying all of these really nice things to me. And I was just like, yeah, I'll like travel with you forever.
Like, relax, dude. Yeah.
And then he got down on one knee.
Yeah. Well, Ian obviously knew about it. I told him the day before and I was like, dude, you need to help me out. Like, let's get this done. So we set it up. I was like, oh, we need to get some couple pics. And Ian's really good at taking pictures. So it wasn't like weird for me to say that. I was like, Ian, can you take pictures of us as we walk as a couple? And it honestly wasn't that weird, but yeah. And then I like got on one knee and proposed and it was cute. And he got a video.
That's cute.
The funniest part, you can't see in the video, but it's funny. Right where I took a knee to propose to her, in the background, there were like kids playing and like yelling and screaming, and it was hilarious.
And like you always think of like in the movies, it's like everybody scream, claps, and like gives you champagne. We were literally like, nobody cared.
No one
cared.
We were
asking the hotel, like, do you ever like give free champagne if people just get engaged? And they're like, no, you could buy it. We're like,
yeah, literally.
oh, okay.
I was trying to set up like a really cute thing, and I was seeing if they have it. You know, it's like you're paying a good amount of money. Well, for the exchange rate, it was very affordable. Anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm asking him, you have any like complimentary things? Nope, nothing. It's like, yo, I just proposed and you can't just hook it up.
Yeah, classic.
But
okay,
anyways,
right.
Let's move on.
Next, Slex's favorite seafood dish.
Man.
And he doesn't eat seafood too much.
I don't eat seafood too much, and I have
but I feel like I know what it
there's
is.
3 different on my mind, but I think I know which is my favorite. It's tough to say. All right, you ready?
3,
2,
2, 1,
go.
Ha!
Linguine and clams.
Oh, I never would have guessed that.
I know you wouldn't have.
You've never like eaten it around me.
So, okay, just a little back. So, linguine and clams, my mom made it all, like my whole life growing up, and my mom's recipe is insane. And no, I haven't had it that much, but I love a grouper. So, listeners, Elyse said grouper sandwich. I said linguine and clams. And it was between several things. It was between linguine and clams, grouper sandwich, maybe like sushi, or like I like crab cakes.
Oh, what's that? What's the meal that your mom made for us over Christmas? That's fire. That's with shrimp. You had it with shrimp. Did you have a chicken?
For Christmas?
Yeah. Not scampi, but it's
Oh, piccata.
piccata. I was gonna put that and I couldn't think of the word piccata.
Yeah. That's a good, babe. I thought about the sandwich, because the grouper sandwiches down here they're so good. But
Grouper's hot.
Out of nostalgia, I kid you not, I was obsessed with linguine and clams growing up, and I just haven't had them here.
Linguine and clams.
Yeah, they're nowhere. I don't know where you get them. So I think next time I'm at my parents' house, I'm gonna be like, Mom, can you hook it up? But shout out my mom; she's a great cook.
Mm-hmm.
Good guess though, babe. That was literally second. And also, I was thinking sushi. I love like a tuna.
I wouldn't even thought of sushi.
Tuna sushi. Anyways, all right.
Our next one.
Wrong.
Elise's favorite beach drink.
So she's chilling on a beach and she's just got her feet kicked up and she's just vibing. What drink does she want?
And here's the thing. Are we talking we go to the beach and we just bring things and we drink there? Because it's different than if we go to a restaurant on the water.
Wow. Okay.
I'm saying we go to the beach.
How about... Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're at the beach. We're at like Clearwater.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I know what it is.
Three, two, one.
Rosé.
Kind of.
Oh, close.
Champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loves champagne in her little, she has like a personalized cup.
Bubbles? Great.
Yeah. I was going to say sparkling rosé. I was close.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times we end up bringing rosé, but I think lately rosé has been giving me a little bit of a headache. Granted, whenever I've been drinking rosé, it's been like much rosé.
much.
But I don't really get hangovers from champagne, I feel like. So I need to just like stick to champagne.
I don't know. Did we tell the listeners? Elyse said champagne. I said rosé. So we were close.
We were close, but no cigar.
But if we were doing like a resort, margarita?
Probably margarita, yeah.
Yes, I knew it.
Mm-hmm. Or here's a good one, you guys. If you're not really a beer drinker, but you'll have like a lighter beer because you have to sometimes.
Sometimes you just have
Modelo salt rim. What, you ask? Yes. Ask for a salt rim with your beer. It makes it feel kind of like it's a margarita or a mixed drink, but it's just a Modelo, so it's still light. Fire. It's so good.
Yep, you got to do it. Elyse she's the pioneer.
You heard it here first. I actually was with our friend Teddy at a bar, and the people next to us were like, oh yeah, salt rim for beer. You've never heard of it? And I'm like, no, obviously not.
Oh, they told you?
Yeah. And I tried it and I was like, whoa, fire.
Shout out them, dude. If you guys are watching this, you know
Tampa.
who you are. It was at American Social. I remember that.
Yep. Okay, our last one, Slexy's favorite water sport to play. His own to play. So it's not like we're playing a lot of sports, but you know, there's some.
I don't even know. It's like, okay, you rarely do water sports, or I do, or I rarely do water sports. So if I were to choose,
obviously it's water polo. If there's anything you need to know about Slexy, it's that he loves a good game of water polo. I mean, yeah. They can't hear you right now. Also,
1 sec, y'all.
He's just blustering.
I'm blustering over here because it's like I don't do sports in the water that much. But I guess if I was gonna, okay, I know it.
Well, if you're taking this long, I feel like.
All right, ready?
No, I'm changing it. Don't look.
I'm trying not. You have it just in the open.
Look elsewhere.
Okay. This is like almost here. Let me give you a clue. If I like had more access to the water, I would do this a lot. Does that help?
Maybe. 3, 2,
2, 1.
1.
Wave runner. That's a good sport too. Elyse.
A wave runner is like a ski.
Like a jet ski.
A jet ski.
Yeah. Not running on the waves.
Flips in the pool.
Elyse said flips in the pool, which I do love doing.
Yeah, if there's ever a
diving board,
you'd flip.
That's actually a fun thing. Well, I was thinking like, I was literally just going to say going on a boat and just killing it, but that's like not a sport.
Yeah.
And the reason I said like, if I had more access, because like I've been on a wave runner maybe 5 times in my whole lifetime, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
And I also love like stand-up paddle boards and kayaks, but like when you're on a wave runner and you're going like 50 miles an hour on the waves, that's insanity.
Yeah.
So I stick to it. I
literally don't like wave runners. I don't think.
Why? Because they're scary.
Because it's like so aggressively just slamming you on the water.
If it's not choppy, like if it's not choppy waters.
True. I would rather be in a boat, I think.
So yeah, wave run. I'm confident about that.
Right.
I like
so we
that.
only got one, but it was a good one.
It was meaningful. The Thailand one counted, right?
Yeah.
It counted.
Okay. Fact or fiction? It's my turn this week.
And what is fact or fiction?
I'm going to give
new listeners?
Slex a statement, and he has to guess if it's true or false, basically.
That's it. Simple as that.
So pirates, back to pirates, used to wear eye patches when they would get pink eye so that they didn't spread it around the other scarbies.
That's false.
Why do you think?
Because that's insane. That's an insane fact.
Why do you think they wore eye patches? You're right. Why do you think they wore eye patches?
Well, I thought because if their eyes are injured, you cover it because you need to, it's like a bandage.
So literally no, and it's like the craziest fact I've ever read in my life. They used to wear it around one eye so that when they would go downstairs under the deck, they could take it off and their eye is already adjusted to the dark so that they're like ready to act right away. How crazy is that? Because it's so bright out on the deck.
Oh, because their one eye is
exposed.
to the dark.
Because like when you go into the dark, like inside after it's a bright day.
Yeah, but isn't your other eye screwed up by it?
Yeah, so they would move it over to the other eye so they could see out of the one eye, and it would get this eye there quicker because it's in the dark. How insane is that? That's such a cool idea.
That's honestly smart.
I know.
So their one eye is literally in pitch darkness, so it's already acclimated to the dark.
So when they're down there, they could just get moving.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
I know. I thought that was like actually like a really cool.
The pink eye, it was a good cover up though. That's funny because I could see,
Apparently not. You called me out immediately.
Well, because it's silly, but
they
also
definitely had pink eye. They can't like share their eye patches.
I'm sure they had pink eye.
If anyone had pink eye, it's a dirty pirate.
Well, pink eye's from poo particles.
Oh, where do you think they're pooing on? They're in the middle of the ocean.
They're pooing everywhere.
Buckets.
Yeah, you're getting.
Hey.
If you're a pirate in the 16 through 1800s, you're getting pink eye. There's going to be poo particles. Sorry.
So that's
it.
pirates.
This was an insane episode.
I think this was fun. I think this was the amount of excitement that you would experience if you were out at sea.
Yeah,
in the 17th century.
Or if you're downtown for Gasparilla, this is better.
Oh, that. Yeah.
And I can confidently say between the rum punch and the 3 shots, I'm drunker than I was at the beginning of this episode.
Hell yeah. Slex Allen, thank you for joining me on this journey.
Elyse, Leren, it's always a pleasure. Cheers.
We'll see you, mateys.
We'll see you, mateys.
Next time.
At the next episode.
Yarg.
Yarg, y'all. Thank you very much. We'll check you later. Peace.